Hey, my name is B-Boy Tranquil and welcome to Tranquil TV. Now, I'm really excited because this is the first type of this episode, which is going to be part of a series, and this is where I talk about breaking and the ideas behind breaking, the important things about hip-hop and breaking. And through these episodes you're going to get to understand about me more than just if I teach you dancing, because I want you to understand who I am. And I think if you learn about some of the things I've got to teach in the sense of the experiences I've had, and some of the times I've been inspired, you can learn a lot from that, and sometimes that can be worth a lot more than just teaching you a dance move itself. So that's what this little series will be about, and it's going to run alongside the tutorials that I'm going to be doing. So I'll probably have one of these type of videos per week, and then another one of the tutorials as well. Before I start, I just want to say thanks to God, because without God I wouldn't be doing the job I'm doing now, and none of this would be happening. It's been a struggle to get to where I am right now today, and without God it wouldn't happen. So I want to say thank you, God, because this is happening now, and I'm just happy that everything's going well, and I can start the channel. The first thing I want to talk about on this series is called inspirations, and that's what this series is going to be about, because I think it's great to go back to the beginning and talk about times that really inspired you, because those moments can change your life. And in my case, it did really change my life as a dancer in some senses, but then in other senses they literally changed my life, some of the experiences I've had. And I want to talk about those. I could talk about breaking for hours and hours and hours, because I absolutely love breaking. I'm going to try not to do that. So what I'm going to do is only talk about the specific moments, and that way I can just shorten it down. The first moment I want to talk about to you is the first time I ever saw breaking, and that was like a huge moment for me. So that's the moment I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the lead up in my life to there and stuff like that. In the future I might do videos on other stuff, but this is just about that specific moment. So I want to tell you about that, and how it changed my life. So basically I hadn't found a passion yet, and you've got to take you back as well. I was 13, so we were talking about around the year 2000. For me, I had no internet, there's no such thing as YouTube, and there's no such thing, there wasn't even DVD, I didn't have DVDs or anything like that. There was no access to watch breaking or understand about breaking or anything like that. And I live in Bradford, which is right in the centre of England. It's not really a big thing. It wasn't a big thing in Bradford at that time, so I'd never seen it or anything like that. And I was at this football camp, and they just must have booked the Breakers, which were called the UV Crew at the time, and Dylan Goggs ran that, and they must have booked them for a performance. And it was like the award ceremony, and I just remember they just came on the stage. The music first thing was, the music was just like different from what I've heard before. It was, I can't remember what it was, but it was heavy, whatever it was. And they just started dancing, and it was just, I just could not understand what they were doing. Like, my mouth was just probably open. I don't know. I was just like, what is this? Is the only way I can describe it is like, if you saw an alien or something, you would like, what is this? What are they even doing? I never seen people like get down on the floor and start spinning. My mind was just blown, and I was like, but it was so cool. And the minute I saw it, I knew that's what I wanted to do straight away. I was like, I need to do that. There was about five guys all together, but Dylan Goggs was the leader, and thank God that I met him that day, because from that moment on, I had a passion that I had other things I'd done, like basketball, but I knew there wasn't really potential to go anywhere, especially where I was living, and seeing the examples of older guys, they were struggling to get anywhere with it and stuff. It wasn't an easy route at all, and not that you should take easy routes or anything like that, but it was like near impossible, especially without money, to get over to America and all that kind of stuff. So when I found this break, I knew that I could, just the way they were doing it, I knew I could take that further than I would with the basketball and stuff. So I had my real passion then. Dylan was, he had a wild lifestyle when he was younger, and he recovered from his addictions, and then he moved to St. John's Church, and there he decided to start these classes for young breakers, and he started, helping the kids of the area, get them off the streets and stuff, give them something to do that's positive, and that's something positive he took from his whole life was the breaking. It's great that he did that. I want to say thanks to Dylan for, inspiring me as a kid when I was young back then, and I still see him now these days, so hello. I think this is great to talk about and try and remember your own first thing that made you, want to break, because when you think about that, it brings back those memories and feelings, and you want to break all, it gives you that energy again, because in breaking, sometimes there's a lot of reasons why you can, it can become a bit tiring, hard, there's some politics sometimes, or you might struggle, you might get injured, and it can put you a bit down sometimes, so you have to remember that the greatest things, and the reason you started, and it always gives you that great drive again. I'm going to be doing a few more talks on different experiences, but that's the one I wanted to share with you today. Looking back, the moves they were doing were just, some of them were basic moves, like just forward rolls and simple, and just, six step and nothing crazy. But, when you've seen something like that for the first time, it is just amazing, and you're just like, wow, I need to do that. Dylan had one of the best set. He had some of the, his mills were the best that I've seen, in my life. I've seen a few people with amazing windmills, but because I've traveled all over the place, so I've seen. But Dylan had these mills that were just super hot mills, like next level, and even to this day, I haven't seen mills like them. Anyway, because people mill a little bit differently, but that's one of the first things I saw him do, and because he had it at such a high level as well. You couldn't even see him. It was like a blur, and I was just like, what is this? This is just next level. So that's my first encounter with breaking, and it set me off on the journey that I've been on. What was your stories? If you've got any you want to share, you can write in the comments below, or just remember them on your own, think about them, and hopefully it will just give you that spark again. Okay. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video when I'll be telling you about another great experience of mine. Peace.